What's up, you guys? John, the voiceover guy here from boomaplow.com. How's everybody doing? Thanks so much for clicking on the video. You'll never guess what these are. These are asparagus plants. I've been teasing us planting asparagus here for a little while, and we're gonna do it finally. We didn't finish, but we did some of it.
Well, this is the right way and wrong way. This is my way. For all you YouTube video people. I'm totally leaving that in the videos too. Because it's not windy out here for once. So the audio might actually...
So like I was saying there, these are asparagus plants. And as I also stated, but I got rid of that clip, it might not be the right way, it might not be the wrong way, it's our way. These are not how-to videos, these are how we do videos. So I'm sure somebody out there who's planted asparagus will have something to say about it. Opinions are always welcome, but this is how we did it, and this is how we're going to do more. We do have some more asparagus to plant. We were only down there on this particular day for a little while, so we did I think 8 plants or something. This one even had a little sprout on it. So we've been keeping them in our refrigerator since we got them to keep them from growing and stuff, but it is time now to put them in the ground and get the asparagus growing. It's amazing that you know, you can get a whole lot of asparagus here in a couple years out of that plant, and you would never think that that little plant would you know, do that. I had actually forgotten what asparagus plants look like. The 2 rows that we have down there currently, we planted a long time ago in the dark. For some reason, we ran down there after my dad got off work or something, and had his old like work van with the crappy headlights on, you know, and yeah, we planted the 2 rows that are there. We're adding a row, and then we're going to, like, after this row gets established, redo the first row, and then after that row gets established, redo the second row. It's time. We have a lot of holes in our rows where plants have died over the years. So we figure, why not? We'll start on it now. You can see in this dirt, this is where we took all that sod off a while back and whatnot. There's still a bunch of grass roots in there, but it should be fine. And of course, like anytime you plant anything, you need to water it to get rid of air bubbles and stuff. Even though the dirt was kind of moist, I think we had about an inch of rain this week or something when this was filmed. So, you know, the dirt's moist, but you still need to get out the air bubbles and whatnot, like so. So get the old water can out. We did put a little bit of starter fertilizer in there, a blooming and rooting fertilizer, to help it get going. Pretty much anytime we plant, we put a little bit of that in there, and it just helps a little bit. And then I did come back along and rake in some more dirt, because you can actually see the roots of those plants. So I was like, you know, after I watered, washed away some of the dirt, obviously, so a little more dirt. We'll fill in the trench and mound it up later. We want to make sure the plants are coming up or starting to grow before we move on with that process. And like I said, we were barely down there, so yeah. So just gonna rake a little bit more dirt on. Gotta be careful not to pull the plant out of the ground with the 4-prong. That is the 4-prong from hell, as we call it. Got like huge teeth on it. It's crazy. It's an awesome tool though. So back to the other rows of asparagus. Our asparagus is growing. The stuff that's been there forever. It's a little slow right now because it's actually been cold here, and this asparagus that we're cutting right here actually had frost on it, so we're not sure if it was even good. But we went ahead and cut it anyway, and yeah. And you know, I know some people prefer the method of breaking the asparagus off the ground. Dad's always preferred the method of cutting it with a knife. Yes, I know we can damage other ones, but like I said, it's not a how-to, it's how we do. And I know that other people have different opinions, and that's fine. When the weather warms up all the way, I will be doing another one of those asparagus time-lapse-y kind of things. So another thing that's too early for this year, the strawberries are blooming. They're not in full bloom. It's hit or miss where they're blooming, but they're blooming nonetheless. So now, we're not on the farm anymore, obviously. If you guys remember last summer, the little pictures on the screen, they're from last summer, where all the driftwood built up in the downtown of our town. And this is it, current day in the video, about a week ago or so, but you know, current day enough. And it's just amazing how all the driftwood's gone. They brought in a barge and a big crane, if you guys recall. I think I filmed some of that. Wish I would have had my drone back then, but I didn't have it. So I'm really not hoping for another big pile up of driftwood this year, because I don't want the river to be high again. But it pretty much happens every year, so it is what it is. It's no big deal. And just gonna fly out. This is one of the rivers in the area. I'm not gonna tell you which one. I'm sure you guys can figure it out and whatnot, but I'm not gonna tell you which one. Make you guys guess or something. And you can see that barge on the left, actually. That's kind of a protector barge. They used to actually dock a boat here, and they would pull it in behind that barge on the left. And what that would do is deflect any of the driftwood that comes down the river from hitting it. But with the high water and the low water and driftwood over the years, that barge is pretty well messed up now, and I guess they're gonna have to do something with it eventually. This is technically a park in our town, so yeah, I guess it falls on the Parks Department technically. So you can see it actually looks kind of bad right now with just all of the dirt down there. But you know, after they brought in the crane, I think they had to bring in some bulldozers and get the stuff that was farther away from the water that they couldn't reach. So, of course, there's not going to be any grass. Maybe this summer we'll get some grass out there. I don't know. We will wait and see. And I do want to go back down there with my drone. I thought it was really cool flying. I was a little nervous because this is the first time I've really flown over a body of water. And this river is kind of moving. So even if the drone would go down and let's say it would float, even though they don't, I have watched videos where they sink right to the bottom. It would be gone. So I was a little nervous here. And you can see in the barge here now, and there's a little bit of rainwater. It's probably going to be mosquito breeding like central, and that's not good. So I'm hoping our town will do something with it, but I kind of doubt it, because I don't even know if that's their responsibility or if it was just left by the company that put the boat there. Like I said, they used to run like river cruises out of here, and they'd go to like St. Louis and stuff and whatnot on that boat back in the day, but that hasn't been there for years now. So you can just see how much eroded this coast has been. The shore. The coast is like an ocean, right? The shore. And there's actually like a big washout across here, and it's kind of crazy what the river can do. And you know, you don't really see it happening because it happens over time. So, and right now the river is kind of low, which is good for this time of year. It needs to be kind of low. It's actually up just a little bit yet, but it's not bad. Not bad. Here's a kind of good overview of this whole area here. And yeah, I'm not sure what the river is actually at right now, but it's a whole lot lower than it was last summer and over the winter too. Over the winter, the parking lot that is appearing on the left was under about 2 feet of water. So yeah, you couldn't get into that parking lot at all. You were stopped way back at the road, which is a lot higher. And yeah, here you can see that parking lot coming into view. And yeah, that thing was about under 2 feet of water at times over the winter, which was not good. The river was very, very high. And we don't like that because it will flood the farm eventually. So, not a fan of that. Not a fan of that at all. And actually, I'm waiting. We'll get some big spring rains and those floodgates that we go to occasionally. I'll take the drone down there and get some footage around those floodgates, maybe with the drone. I think that'd be kind of neat. So my brother was telling me there's a walking path on the other side of the river over here, and we could kind of see it from the parking lot we were sitting in there, and we're like, man, that just doesn't look right. So I was like, give me a minute, I'll go fly across. And like I said, a little scary flying across this big river with my drone, but here's the path. You can kind of see it there. It's half eroded. Like I said, the power of the river, the mighty river that it is, the power of it pretty well eroded that path right there, or half of it or so. I do actually want to fly back over and like get a lot closer and really check it out, but you know, I was a little nervous. Like I said, first time flying across this much water. I've flown across like little ditches and stuff, not the farm full of water, not a big deal, but this one was, you know, drone goes down, there goes my drone, bye-bye. I'm left with a controller and a battery in my hand because I have an extra battery, so that would not be good. Not be good at all. So yeah, we're just gonna come back, good overview of everything. Like I said, I wish I would have had the drone when there was all that driftwood there. The shot right here would have been awesome with all that driftwood. Could have gotten down real close to it and flown right over and everything. Would have been cool, but you know, I didn't have it, so no big deal. So yeah, some car actually just pulled in right there on that boat ramp, and they were feeding the ducks or the geese. There were geese there, not ducks. They were feeding the geese, and they were squawking and carrying on and whatnot. So I thought about buzzing them with my drone, but I was like, nah, I don't want to piss that person off in the car. So I didn't. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button for more. I'm John from PumaPlot.com. Thanks for watching. Toodles.